Hi, I'm Pam Ragland. Welcome back. On this page you're going to find two different options to help you learn about and be free of your addiction. The first is my addiction audio series called Understanding Addictions at Last. There are several different volumes in this series, but I'm going to tell you a little bit about Volume 1 because it'll give you a good idea of what's contained within each of the different volumes on the series. Volume 1 is about the basics, so it's called The Basics. It's really the foundation for all the other volumes. You can get each volume separately, or you can get them together as a package. Volume 1 answers these kind of questions. What is an addiction? Why are addictions so difficult to treat? And I'm going to tell you about some innovative research that I've done that nobody else has done, where I've uncovered some of the reasons why people have addictions in the first place. If you don't know the reason why you have an addiction, it's impossible to treat it. You're not treating the root cause, you're only treating a symptom. So for example, if you go to the doctor and you have a cough, but the doctor just gives you cough medicine and it ends up that you have lung cancer, you've not treated the problem. And that's really what we're doing a lot in the addiction world today. So it's important that you understand why addictions happen. Because if you understand why they happen, you can understand what is available to be able to really treat them in a way that they're permanently gone, so you can be free of them. Some other questions that I answer in this basic volume is, how do you know if you're addicted? How can you identify that? I have a thing that I've created called the Addiction Continuum Scale, and I show you how a mild addiction or a habit can turn into an addiction. And what I hope for you is that you're going to identify yourself in there and your addiction or your loved one's addiction long before it ever gets to the point where it's so severe that it's overtaken your life. So that's the reason I created this scale. So many people ask me, am I addicted? This scale and this information about this scale will answer the question, am I addicted? And then I'm going to talk about some breakthrough treatment methods, including my thought shifting method for removing the triggers that get in the way of your addiction in the first place. If you don't know what the triggers are and the reasons why you have your addiction, it's okay. Thought shifting still works. But what you need to know is that unless you get rid of those triggers and the reasons for your addiction, you cannot be free of your addiction. It's impossible. And what's happening today is that most of the treatment programs out there are just simply dealing with the symptoms and not the root cause. They're not getting to the reason why you have your addiction. And I explain that in detail on these audios because it's important, again, that you understand this. No matter what solution you may choose for helping, if you do discover that you are addicted, it's important that you know the right questions to ask. So these audios help you with that. I talk about why people go back to addictions or transfer addictions. I talk about the big business of addictions and how that actually influences and keeps you with your addiction. I talk about some discoveries I've made, some things that I call my masterpiece coping strategies. And last but not least, if you're a family member, I talk about ways that you can cope and really help your loved one so that they can be free of their addiction. Sometimes as loved ones, we tend to get in the way and hurt more than we help. And you know what? I did that for a long time myself because I didn't know any better. I did what was called caretaking. I have a whole other program around that, but for now we're just going to focus on this. If you're a family member, it's important to understand, are you helping your loved one or not? And then finally, I talk about the 3 keys to being able to erase your addiction. If you don't understand all the different components and what's necessary to erase your addiction, again, you can never be free of them. So that's what's in Volume 1, The Basics. Volume 1 is nearly 2 hours of audio. It's 2 MP3s or 2 CDs, depending upon how you choose it, or you can get a package that has both of them if you'd like to have it now and like to have it for later as well. It's your choice. The second option that you're going to find on this page is where you can get more information about my masterpiece, People, Remote Addiction Treatment Program. And this is, again, the innovative program that includes thought shifting. Thought shifting is the process that removes all those past issues, triggers, fears, etc. that lead to your addiction in the first place. It's the reason you have your addiction, those issues. So thought shifting gets rid of those. Again, if you don't get rid of the reasons for your addiction, you can never really treat it. So that's what you can look for that. If you'd like to get some remote addiction support or find out more about that, I'll give you a place where you can go to get more information about that. So I want to thank you for visiting and stopping by. Please take a look around. There's a button on the bottom if you have any questions. Feel free to contact me, and I look forward to connecting with you soon. Have a great day.